A dark alleyway, lit only by the faint glow of a flickering moon.
Come on, boys. Let's see what this little rat has for us tonight.
Varric, the Raven's Claw leader, struts through with his usual bravado, flanked by two hulking thugs.
Ha! Look at him squirm.
They jeer and shove a terrified young man, pockets bulging with stolen goods.
You thought you could steal from us. Big mistake.
Suddenly, a blur of movement catches their eye. A figure shrouded in dark clothing and wielding a staff drops from the shadows. The tense silence of the night shattered.
Time to teach you a lesson.
John, the ghost, reappeared, his movements a deadly ballet of precision. He disarmed the nearest thug with a swift strike of his staff, the wood meeting flesh with a sickening thud. The remaining goons, caught off guard, stared in confusion. S2, you're outmatched. A fierce fight erupts. John moves with the efficiency of a predator, his staff a blur as he deflects blows and lands precise strikes.
Get him, don't just stand there.
Varric, enraged, charges at John, but the older man sidesteps with ease. A flurry of punches and kicks ensues, but John's years of experience give him the upper hand. John unleashed his skills, the ghost reborn. He fought with a ferocity that surprised even himself, fueled by years of suppressed rage and a burning desire to protect.
This ends now, Varric.
Varric, fueled by fury, attacked with reckless abandon, but John countered each move with practiced ease. The fight spills out of the alleyway, attracting attention. A series of whistles and shrieks pierces the night as the silver shadows spring into action.
Let's show them what we're made of.
From rooftops, behind trees, and out of doorways, the elderly vigilantes emerge, their faces hidden by masks fashioned from scarves and hats. With surprising agility, they attack the remaining Raven's Claw members, wielding their makeshift weapons with a newfound courage. The commotion became a beacon, arousing the silver shadows from their hiding spots. A symphony of whistles and shouts erupted as the elderly vigilantes engaged the remaining Raven's Claw members. Despite their age, they fought with a raw ferocity born of desperation, their makeshift weapons surprisingly effective. S5, for our village. John, locked in a tense standoff with Varric, felt the air rip from his lungs as a blood-curdling scream shattered the night. The hulking thug, with a cruel twist of his wrist, flung Mrs. Abernathy to the ground. His blade, glinting under the moon's pale light, arced towards her throat in a sickeningly slow motion. John reacted with the primal instinct of a cornered animal. He launched himself forward, abandoning his staff, a guttural roar erupting from his throat. In a desperate lunge, he slammed into the thug, sending them both crashing to the ground. A searing pain erupted in his shoulder as the blade, meant for Mrs. Abernathy, found its mark. Varric, his eyes gleaming with sadistic pleasure, roared with laughter. The silver shadows, their eyes blazing with righteous fury, erupted into a whirlwind of renewed attacks. However, Varric, reveling in his cruelty, wrenched the blade from John's wound, the crimson stain spreading across his shirt. With a callous kick, he flung John aside and sprinted towards a rumbling motorcycle hidden in the shadows. His mocking laughter trailed behind him as he sped away, leaving behind a scene of carnage and despair. John lay sprawled on the cold cobblestones, his breath coming in ragged gasps. Mrs. Abernathy, her face etched with grief, held his head in her lap, tears streaming down her cheeks. The silver shadows, their initial jubilation replaced by a chilling silence, stood vigil around their fallen leader. The sacrifice of an innocent had transformed this battle from a skirmish to a full-blown war. The once hesitant villagers, their fear replaced by a burning desire for justice, rallied around the silver shadows. Support for their cause surged, fueled by grief and a thirst for revenge.